What is the good word, everybody? Tiger727 back with a video, and as you can see, it is not baseball related. I've mentioned NASCAR stuff over the last, I don't know, couple of years, that I like to get some stuff every now and then. And just like other years, this year I'm really enjoying it. This is the third weekend of races now. Daytona 500 was a great race. And from previous videos over the years, you probably know I have an appreciation for Looney Tunes. And they have the comic ball cards from the early 90s, Upper Deck. And I showed the card I picked up at the National, the Bugs Bunny card. I showed that a while back. And then I realized, I don't know, a few months ago or fall time, that they have, in the early 2000s, they actually had NASCAR and Looney Tunes partnered up, and they did it in 01 and 02, and I jumped the gun, and because you can actually get these pretty cheap, but I bought this back in the fall, and the Monte Carlo 400, and obviously you can see all the characters there. And I just thought these are super, super neat. And this is from 2002. This is the 1/24 scale. So they're kind of large, kind of a pain to store. Both of those fortunately come in boxes. And then I was out of town last weekend, had a lot of downtime at the hotel, and I was doing what I shouldn't have been doing and plunking on eBay. And I found this Harvick. It's got Tasmanian Devil on it, as you can see. And like I said, I've always just, had an appreciation for Looney Tunes. Takes me back to when I was a kid, watching them with my dad. And I can tell you right now, if my dad and I watched them today together, we would still laugh. And also takes me back to when my kids were young, because I actually got them into Looney Tunes, and they enjoyed the heck out of them too. So yeah, I started jumping into these. I would probably have like a total of six or seven cars total of the 1/24 scale and one 1/64 scale. Just want to show you the other side here. I apologize, there's just not a lot of room here, and they're kind of bigger. So this one, guy had it listed for $20 shipped. So for that price, I mean, you can't go wrong. And never thought I would get into these. But once I found out they had the Looney Tunes ones, and then I looked for the ones, I bought a Yingling beer a few years back. I've shown that one. I can show it again one of these times. But yeah, just something different, and I'm enjoying the heck out of racing. It'll probably minimize a little bit once baseball really gets going. But it's just fun. I don't really have anybody particular that I really follow. I have a handful of guys. But I was more of a Rusty Wallace guy back in the day, which I've mentioned before. And along those lines, that's one of the big ones I wanted to show you. I'll show you here in a minute. I'm going to move these for the purposes of focusing, because I know it's going to be an issue if I don't. But I found this Wallace last week. I think I paid like 90 cents for it or something like that. It was on Collects, and I had to get a Reddick rookie, so I got one of those. He's won the first two races so far this year. And back in November, I discovered these. It's the 1994 High Gear, and if you've watched my videos before, you know I have an appreciation for Topps Gold cards. Well, again, this is High Gear. And I'll show you the difference here. I'll show this one first. This is the Kerry Earnhardt. You see the big one in gold there. That's they call it Day One, and from my understanding, it's like the first day productions of Stadium Club in a way. And you can see underneath High Gear there, it says gold. And when I bought this, I think I paid like $11 for it. The guy reached out to me. He goes, "Hey, just so you know, that's not the Dale Earnhardt. I had it listed wrong." And he had it listed as a Dale Earnhardt Jr. I didn't even notice that. But I wanted the Kerry anyway. So like I said, it was super cheap, and I figured it's a gold card, and it's a Day One, so you can't go wrong there. So he obviously sent that one, and I was watching for this one for a while, and it's the junior. It's not the day one, but it's the gold, and this one was listed at like $23, which is, you know, just over the price of grading or whatever grading is now. I haven't sent cards in years, but others were listed at like $200. The day one, there's a day one that's listed, I think, at like $200 or $300 on ComC today. I looked just for the purpose of this video, and I am not going to, you know, chase that at all whatsoever. But yeah, just super kind of neat, great deal, can't go wrong. If you're not familiar, Dale Earnhardt Jr. has actually got a show he does on YouTube. I think it's almost daily, and I don't watch it too often, or, you know, but it's a good listen if you're driving or whatever, and it's kind of funny. I did pick these up on ComC back, I don't know, November, December, and Danica Patrick auto. I really like the CSG slabs. I think they're great. This card is numbered to 15. And just because of the shine, this card just is amazing. And this one's numbered to, I want to say 50, but I'll double check here in a second. Yeah, just a great looking card. The shine is great. 99, I'm sorry, number 99. So you can't go wrong with that. And last but not least, I was eyeing this one up for a long time on ComC, and I debated, I hemmed and hawed, and I figured, you know what, I'm just going to pull the trigger. I was always a Rusty Wallace fan. Kenny Wallace has a daily show that he does called Coffee with Kenny. He's literally just sits on his couch at home, drinks coffee, and talks about racing for about 8 to 10 minutes. And usually pretty entertaining, pretty comical guy. I hear he's pretty easygoing. You'll run into him in restaurants in the St. Louis area. But there was also Mike Wallace, another brother. So obviously all the brothers signed this card. You got Rusty at the top, Kenny in the middle, and Mike. I don't know what Mike is doing, and I didn't know until a few weeks ago. I was watching a interview, or actually I was listening to an interview while driving, and they were interviewing Larry McReynolds, and he had said that Rusty actually owns 7 car dealerships in the Nashville area, or no, not Nashville, part of Tennessee. I forget which city it was, but part of Tennessee. I guess he owns 7 car dealerships, so that's pretty impressive. So yeah, this is definitely out of the realm for me to be going this crazy on NASCAR stuff. But, you know, I've said it for years. Everybody else says it for years. Collect what you like, collect what you enjoy, right? And I'm enjoying the heck out of it. And so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to y'all later.